Oh boy, I don't know about this one, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk and more Fortnite news. This one, a very, very controversial, debatable point out there. We have long talked about and will continue to do so in the future, talk about Fortnite and its competitive scene. The World Cup, as of a couple days back, or just recently, has now been announced to be pushed back to 2021. There will be no Fortnite World Cup for 2020, which will likely impact a lot of this esports and competitive scene. The remainder of this year's events are set to be all online, with a lot of issues going on in Fortnite, which we've talked again and probably will talk about in the future. Hopefully those things will be resolved, and going forward we see a lot of esports impacted the same way. The TI International, that will also be pushed back, nothing for 2020. League of Legends Worlds might be affected, the CSGO Majors might be affected. So it's not only Fortnite, but when coming to other Fortnite events, Daily Cups, Cash Cups, the most watched stuff will be the FNCS series. And when it comes time for picking talent for that, you want to do background checks. You want people out there who are certainly not controversial, and one of those people selected supposedly for the upcoming FNCS solo event to be a caster and talent for the event is someone known as Primrose, who many pro players are now talking about because she has vocalized and made public her stances and her beliefs in the Confederate flag. I will play you guys a clip and then we'll talk this one through.
Have a show. You support the Confederate flag as well. I support views of the Confederacy, but I do not in any way support the racism and the slavery that it shows. So that's what I do not support. I don't support that. I think I accidentally did that. Oh no, yeah, Dev, like the chat's moving kind of.
And this is a tough one, right? When it comes time for beliefs and stances people take, you want to tippy-toe around these topics, but when it comes time for someone out there who is vocalizing and making public their beliefs in the Confederacy, if you guys know the deep roots of the Confederate flag, well, then you know the issues about this, especially when it comes time for a public figure and a caster and a talent for someone out there like a company in Epic Games. If they're not doing background checks, I don't know if I expect her to stay on this talent lineup. I am not here to judge and discredit her beliefs, because she did state she didn't believe in some things about the Confederacy, but she still believed in the Confederacy at the very, very bottom line. Without me trying to make too harsh of a statement against this, you know, when it comes time for being a public figure and working for someone else, you can't have these controversial issues on your plate, right? You represent now a company in Epic Games, you represent the Fortnite community, and I would find it doubtful they continue this partnership or working with her given these circumstances, which we have seen before with other esports talent. When you say or do things that are even at the very, very least controversial, like this certainly is, and you represent a bigger picture like that of Epic Games and Fortnite, it's not oftentimes that partnership does continue. And especially, we could long talk about, I'm going easy here, about why this is just not something I take very lightly. And I want to stress as well, if this was any other esports caster, League of Legends, CSGO, Apex Legends, Overwatch, no matter what the esport, no matter what the game, if you make this stance publicly, you probably should expect backlash, and I would say for good reason. I think most likely going forward, we'll just see how Epic Games responds. I'm not going to try and, say how they should react to this, but, oftentimes we have seen casters and players get punished and face repercussions for vocalizing these kind of opinions that are very, very controversial, and rightfully so do upset a large majority of people out there as well. I am awaiting Epic Games' response. We will see what they do about this. And in the future, for any casters and talent, I would recommend you not take these hardcore of stances, because it's tough to work for someone else. No matter what the company, no matter what community you represent, it's tough to represent something in a picture larger than yourself if you are taking these kind of stances. That's all I'll say about this one, guys. You, of course, can leave your thoughts down below. We will see if FNCS event does continue to go on, because Fortnite has had other issues in-game as well. We will see if it continues without its hiccups, and we will see if this becomes a hiccup and if Epic Games does respond, or all the talent out there will remain on the talent roster. Until next time, take care. You guys, again, nothing else to say on this one. I'm going to go.